Obasi, a humble farmer in a small village, is known for his deep faith. However, after years of attending his local church, he begins to feel a disquiet within his soul. The sermons seem hollow, the rituals repetitive, and the joy he once felt during worship now absent. He prays, asking the Creator for guidance, and the answer comes in the form of a clear vision: seek and ye shall find. With these words ringing in his heart, Obasi decides to leave his village in search of the true house of worship, a place where his spirit can be nourished and his connection to the Creator deepened. His journey takes him through lush forests, across rivers teeming with life, and over hills bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. Along the way, he meets people who share their thoughts on faith, each offering a different perspective. But Obasi is still searching for something more, a church where the Creator's true presence can be felt, a place where faith is alive and meaningful. Obasi's first stop is a grand city, where towering buildings and busy markets reflect the success of its people. In the heart of the city stands a magnificent church, its walls shining with gold and its courtyard filled with banners declaring blessings await the faithful. As Obasi enters the church, he is greeted by Father Amodi, a charismatic priest who speaks with great enthusiasm about prosperity and abundance. The priest explains that wealth is a sign of divine favor and encourages everyone to donate generously, promising that for every coin given, blessings will return tenfold. Inside, the church is adorned with opulent decorations, gleaming chandeliers, elaborate stained glass windows, and marble floors. The congregants, dressed in fine clothes, listen intently to the sermon, their faces filled with expectation. As the service progresses, Obasi watches with growing concern. People around him are not focused on prayer, but on the idea of material blessings. The priest's words seem to center more on how much one can give than on the love of the Creator. After the service, Obasi steps outside and notices a group of beggars sitting near the church gates, their faces gaunt with hunger. They are ignored by the wealthy congregation, who pass by without a second glance. Obasi's heart grows heavy, and he questions the teachings he has just heard. How could the Creator's house be one where the poor are neglected in favor of riches? He finds the priest and asks, "Father Amodi, what about those outside your gates? They too are God's children." Father Amodi smiles. "The Creator helps those who help themselves, Obasi. We cannot dwell on the poor, for those who truly have faith will prosper." But Obasi feels uneasy. Wealth cannot be the measure of true faith, he thinks, as he leaves the church, feeling emptier than when he arrived. Obasi's search continues, and he travels to a lively village filled with vibrant music, dancing, and the sweet scent of flowers. Here, he finds another church, one that is unlike any he has seen before. It is an open-air gathering with no walls, only a circle of people around a large tree where the worshippers dance and sing in joyous abandon. The priestess, Imoni, welcomes Obasi with open arms and invites him to join in the celebration of the Creator's love. "We are free here," she says. "We do not bind ourselves to any rules. The Creator's love is unlimited and unconditional, and we are free to express it as we wish." Obasi is at first entranced by the energy of the people. They sing songs of joy and freedom, their faces lit with excitement. He joins in the dancing, feeling the rush of liberation that comes from such uninhibited worship. As the day goes on, Obasi starts to notice cracks in the apparent harmony of the group. In the midst of the joyful celebration, there are disagreements between the worshippers. Some argue over the direction of the dance, others dispute the meaning of the prayers. The loud music and free expression gradually begin to feel chaotic. There is no order, no guidance, just the frantic pursuit of freedom. Obasi speaks with Imoni, his heart heavy with confusion. "Priestess, is this really the way of the Creator? A life without any rules, without any responsibility? Where is the purpose in this freedom?" Imoni replies, "Freedom is the highest form of worship. The Creator does not want us to be bound by man-made rules. We are free to live as we wish without judgment." Obasi spends the night in the village, but he cannot shake the feeling that something is missing. Freedom without purpose, without structure, cannot be true freedom. The next morning, he quietly leaves the village, searching for a different kind of worship. Obasi continues his journey through the hills, where the air is fresh and the sky is clear. He arrives at a quiet, remote village, hidden away from the bustling world. There, he finds a small, humble church, no grand decorations, no loud music, just a simple building surrounded by fields. The people here are calm, their movements deliberate and measured. In this village, worship is not loud or chaotic, but centered on stillness, humility, and service. Obasi is welcomed by Baba Kofi, the village elder, who invites him to stay and observe. Here, Baba Kofi says, "We do not seek the Creator in noise or wealth. We seek the Creator through service, by caring for one another, by living lives of compassion and humility." One evening, Baba Kofi gathers the villagers and speaks to Obasi, The Creator's house is not made of stone or gold, but of love, humility, and purpose. Do not seek the Creator in what we have, but in what we give, our time, our love, our service to one another. Realizes that true worship is not about where you go, but how you live. He feels a deep connection to the people of the village, and he understands that the Creator is present in the simple, everyday acts of kindness. Obasi spends several days in the village, witnessing the villagers' simple but powerful acts of faith. They do not pray with loud voices or seek attention for their good deeds, but instead, they quietly serve one another. They care for the sick, teach the children, and help each other with the daily tasks of life. One woman, a widow, is given food by her neighbors without any fanfare. A young man teaches a child how to read, and the village elders gather to repair a broken roof for a family in need. As Obasi observes these acts of kindness, his heart is filled with peace. He realizes that the Creator's presence is not found in grand buildings, elaborate rituals, even in wild expressions of freedom. It is found in humble, selfless acts of love and service to others. The moral of Obasi's journey spreads throughout the village. True worship is not about seeking a church with the grandest walls, loudest music, the largest donations. It is about living with love, humility, and purpose. Worship is found in how we serve others and embody the Creator's love in our daily actions. The tale concludes with the villagers reflecting on their own lives, understanding that the true church is not a physical structure, but a life lived with integrity and devotion. As Elder Nkem finishes the tale, the villagers gather under the baobab tree, their hearts moved by the wisdom they have received, and the sun sets behind them, casting long shadows over the land. They now understand that the true house of the Creator is not found in grand buildings, but in the hearts of those who live with love, humility, and service.